UFC Evloev taking on Murphy for this big fight everybody's been waiting for. Everybody's waiting for to see Movsar Evloev back in competition. Lerone Murphy's coming off a great knockout against Aaron Pico, where I actually had Aaron Pico winning that fight. I actually thought Aaron Pico was going to do very well in that fight. I actually thought Aaron Pico was actually winning that fight all the way until he got caught. But now, guys, we are going to be getting into this breakdown. UFC London. We have a lot of great fighters on this card. I'm very excited for that co-main event. I'm excited for a lot of this. Michael Venom Page is going to be on the card. So we have a whole bunch of great action coming for you guys for this UFC event. Here, guys, I'm going to go live. I'm going to go down through every fight, break down the odds, give you guys my best bet for every single fight, and give you guys my official pick, who I'm going to be on for the fight, and I'll give you guys a best bet how I will attack it. Also, if you guys want access to my official plays, where 4 or 5 UFC events in a row, we have been positive. We've been cashing out on these UFC events. I believe so far in the new year, we're up about like 22 to 25 units total on just UFC. So if you guys want access to my official plays, go click that link down in the description of any of my videos. The link won't be in this description, but it'll be, actually no, I can put it in the description. After we get off of here, I'll add it to the description. Go click that link down in the description. Become a member of the Buy Me Coffee page. Once you do that, you get access to all of my official plays for all sports, guys. So, all right, guys, let's get right into the first fight of the night. First fight of the night is going to be the women's division. Guys, we were supposed to come on here originally. I was going to have Melissa Mullins against Luana Carolina coming for the first fight of the night. Carolina missed weight by 8 pounds. So obviously that fight was canceled. I was about to come on here, guys, and you guys know I always give you guys a dog of the night. My dog of the night's hit almost, like, I think out of like last 6 cards, we've hit our dog of the night like 5 or 4 at the time. So this time I was prepared to come on here and tell you guys Melissa Mullins was gonna be my dog of the night, but she is not gonna be fighting because Luana Carolina could not make weight, missed weight by 8 pounds. So hey, that's a win for me. Dog of the night already hit because Melissa Mullins already won the fight because she already got the purse. But yeah, guys, we're going to get into the first fight of the night since Melissa Mullins is not here. What's up, Callback? I appreciate you coming. Yeah, so we're going to get to the first fight of the night. Like I said, Melissa Mullins not fighting. First fight of the night is going to be Ravana Oliveira taking on Chanel Dyer. Guys, this one, I think it's going to be one-way traffic coming from Dyer. I'm a big fan of Chanel Dyer. I watched her in regional scenes. I believe she was in PFL. Maybe it was Cage Warriors. Can't remember exactly where she was. But I remember watching her over there, and I was telling myself, this girl has all the skills to be in the UFC. And she came to the Contender Series. She fought a very good opposition, and she had a great fight. Dana White was on his feet. It was probably one of the best women's fight in history of the Contender Series. And Chanel Dyer just showed that she has that dog. She landed some strikes. She took some strikes. She took the girl down. She got taken down. Guys, go watch that Contender Series fight between Chanel Dyer and the Contender Series. That was such a great fight overall. But now she's taking on Ravana Oliveira, where Ravana Oliveira is a striker. She's just a pure striker. She doesn't have the grappling at all. This fight's most likely going to be on the feet from her side. But in my opinion, I think Chanel Dyer can mix in some takedowns. Chanel Dyer is good enough to mix in some takedowns. And I do believe if she makes some takedowns here, she can possibly get a submission victory. I think Chanel Dyer is better everywhere. I think she has a better chin. We've seen that in the Contender Series. She has a better overall striking game. She's a very good kickboxer. She has the wrestling she can go off of. I think Ravana Oliveira is going to get honestly dominated in this fight. I don't see a way Ravana Oliveira wins this fight. I think this is going to be one-way traffic for Chanel Dyer. Look at the odds. The odds even say it too. She's a minus 525 favorite. You can get Ravana Oliveira at a plus 375. But I just honestly believe if Dyer wins this fight, I think the best bet I will say for this fight, because I know people want to say, oh, I'm going to take the fight to go to decision, because they're like, I'm going to take the fight to go to decision because I appreciate you saying hi. What's up, Roblox? I appreciate you. If you guys are here, subscribe to the page. I appreciate you all. Subscribe to the page. I'm doing my full breakdown, and subscribe, guys. Real quick before I get to finish this fight, we just got 1 fight wrong in all of Cage Warriors. We got 2 fights wrong in all of PFL. So it was a great MMA. So subscribe to the page. Don't miss out. Click that thumbs up here. But yeah, I know most people are going to say, oh, it's a women's fight, so it's going to go to decision. So everyone's going to go hop on that decision prop, minus 140 Dyer. Guys, don't hop on that decision prop because she can get a knockout. She can get a submission. That's the prop that if you guys want to get greasy, you guys like high crazy odds, Chanel Dyer by submission is very, very live and it's on the board. I believe that, let me see what that is. Chanel Dyer by submission, a plus 900. That is completely on the board, guys. Don't don't just say Dyer's gonna keep this fight standing, because no, I do believe Dyer's gonna try to take her down. I do believe Dyer, if she gets the fight to the floor, there's gonna be levels above in the grappling game. So I'm gonna say Chanel Dyer wins this fight, and I'm gonna say, personally, I'm going to say she does it by submission. I'm just going to go with it. Plus 900. I think she wins the fight by submission. If we get a knockout, it's on the board. If it gets if we get a decision, it's on the board. So just go parlay Dyer. I would say that. I like her as a parlay piece this weekend as a minus 525. I think it's one-way traffic. I believe she wins this fight, however, but my official pick is going to be Chanel Dyer by submission plus 900. That's a great bet for you guys. Let me read this chat. And guys, if you guys want to give me your picks for the whole entire fight, if you guys are here, join the chat. I appreciate you. Join the chat. You think Dyer win in round 2 to start is a good bet? Personally, I do. I do think it's a good bet. I personally think that's a good bet, honestly, but I wouldn't be surprised if a first round knockout, first round submission. Like I said, I just would parlay Dyer on the money line. I know you guys, some people are like, oh, 525, I'm not going to take it. But you set up the parlay piece, because I believe it's going to be one-way traffic. So give me Chanel Dyer. I think she dominates that fight. I don't see how Ravin Oliveira wins this fight. Next fight, guys, Shamrock taking on Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi. Guys, I am so happy I hopped on this line. Shamrock was a plus 110 underdog just 2 days ago when I looked at this. Me, personally, I knew this line was going to flip. I was like, there's no way Shamrock's going to be an underdog by the time the fight comes. I hopped on Shamrock right away because he was an underdog. Now it's minus 125. We're already beating the bookies on that one because we already got plus money on a guy that's now the favorite. But I do believe Shamrock wins this fight. Shamrock, a lot of people, if you guys know my track record, if you guys are here and you guys have not heard me talk about this before, I'll let you guys know. If you guys are returning, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. These guys coming here with a lot of hype on them, and they're like minus 500 favorites and minus 600 favorites, and so they lose one fight. Everyone goes and throws a whole bunch of money on them, and then they lose one fight, and then you know what happens? You get a line like this. You get a plus 110, now a minus 125, because everyone's like, oh, the hype's not real. He's not good. He sucks. He's trash. So I'm hopping off of him, and everybody starts betting the opposite side. Guys, I buy stock when it's low. I don't buy stock when it's super high. I buy it when it's low, and then they'll get up. So I believe Shamrock wins this fight. I think Shamrock gets this fight to the floor, and I believe he dominates overall with the grappling transitions. Even if this fight is on the feet, I think Shamrock can strike with him. Abdul Sawadi is a decent striker, and he has some decent cardio. But the one thing, Sawadi, for I've watched him in regional scenes, one thing he does struggle with, he tends to struggle with really good grapplers that can control him. But the one thing he does have is he has very good submission defense. So I do believe he's going to be able to last all 3 rounds. I don't think Shamrock finishes him. I think this fight goes all 3 rounds, and I think Shamrock pulls it off. My favorite bet for this one, guys, is obviously, like I said, I already got Shamrock at a plus 110. I already beat the minus 125, so I already got Shamrock at a plus 110. But now he's a minus 125. My favorite bet on this one is Shamrock on the money line. I like the minus 125 already. If you guys, I'd probably play Shamrock all the way up to a minus 150, minus 165, somewhere between that range. I play him all the way up. If you get Shamrock at minus 170, minus 200, okay, yeah, maybe it's dog or pass. But at this line, I'm hopping on Shamrock. I do believe he wins the fight. And I do believe I think he wins the decision. So let's go look at that prop. And the prop for it, Shamrock to win by decision is a plus 340, guys. If you're going to get him by sub, where a lot of people are taking him by sub, it's going to be a plus 400. If you want to take it by knockouts, a plus 650. I do think Shamrock wins this fight, and I do believe he wins it by decision. So if you guys like high plus money, you get a plus 340. But my favorite bet on this one is I think Shamrock to win. I do believe he wins it by decision, but I do like Shamrock to win the fight over on the money line over anything else. The over 2.5 is a minus 125, minus 420, minus 145. Guys, I'm slurring my words. I'm tired. I just got off of work. Now I'm here with you guys. Over 2.5 is a minus 145. So if you guys like the over 2.5, that's a good spot too. If anybody gets finished in this fight, it's going to be Al-Sawadi. If Al-Sawadi wins this fight, he's not going to finish Shamrock. But like I said, my favorite bet personally is minus 125 Shamrock. I like him a lot in this spot. I do believe it's going to be a very good bounce back for this. Are you confident in Shamrock? If I had to give you on a scale to 1 to 10 of how confident I am in Shamrock, I would give it about a 6.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10. I would say like medium confidence, like not super high confidence, not lock confidence, but I would say medium confidence in Shamrock. I do like him in this spot. So next spot is going to be Mario Pinto taking off Felipe Franco. Mario Pinto's a minus 950 in this spot. Felipe Franco, you can get him as a plus six. Franco as a plus 600. Over 1.5 is a plus 135. Under 1.5 is a minus 175. What's up, K Wappa? I appreciate you showing up. But yeah, guys, if you guys are here, make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys don't know me yet, we're the Wager Zone. We break down all the MMA cards. Right now, we were ranked second overall in the most profitable predictors on YouTube for UFC Prediction Tracker. Now, last week we went 9 for 14. We hit our official plays, but 9 for 13, I believe. Nine fights out of 13. We had a decent week. It wasn't too bad, but we fell from that second spot all the way down to the fourth or fifth spot now. So we're top 5 still. We're still top 5, but we're trying to make the run to number 1. But 9 out of 14 was not too bad, or 9 out of 13, however it was not too bad last week. But we hit all our official plays, so that was a good thing. So like I said, subscribe, click that thumbs up here. Helps me generate more people here. I appreciate you. Now back into Mario Pinto. Mario Pinto, guys, I believe he dominates this fight. One thing about Felipe Franco, I watched him on a Contender Series. I had a decent size bet on Felipe Franco in a Contender Series. I had him in a 2-leg parlay because he was supposed to dominate the guy he was fighting. You know what he went in there and did? He took the guy down in the first round. He dominated the first round, and that dude completely gassed out, and he looked horrible the rest of the fight. And he's a one-round type of fighter. He does have the athleticism. He does have the takedowns. But the one thing Mario Pinto does, Pinto has some decent takedown defense, and he's a giant of a mammoth of a man, and he has way better striking. And Felipe Franco has 0 gas tank. So Felipe Franco can look good for the first 2 minutes, and after that, he's going to gas out. And the one thing I do like Mario Pinto in this spot because that Mario Pinto, he's way bigger. He's a heavyweight. He is a clear heavyweight. Felipe Franco is a light heavyweight going up to heavyweight in this spot. So he's going to look a lot smaller. He's not going to have the frame for it. And like I said, he might get a takedown for the first, right away in the first, minute and a half. Then he's going to gas out. And I do believe that's when Mario Pinto beats him up. And I do think Mario Pinto knocks him out. I'm going to say first round knockout, Mario Pinto. I think he puts him away. I like Mario Pinto a lot in this spot. He's a minus 950 though. So we'll probably have to play this somewhere else because I might parlay it with something, but minus 950 for a guy like Mario Pinto, I get it. I understand why. Felipe Franco is not good. He is good for a fighter, but UFC level, he is not UFC level at all. So I would say Mario Pinto comes in here with this fight. Minus 950 is a hard spot to lay that price down on a parlay because I don't think Mario Pinto is all that. I don't think he's going to be a champion or anything. The only people I'm putting minus 950 on are top 15 guys I know for sure. And I don't know if Mario Pinto's top 15 or not. Mario Pinto by knockout is at minus 165. Mario Pinto by sub is at a plus 385. Mario Pinto by decision is at plus 600. My favorite spot in this one, guys, is obviously going to be that Mario Pinto by knockout minus 165 because I do believe he's going to keep this fight standing, and I do believe he's going to end up knocking out Felipe Franco. I think on the striking, it's levels above, and I think Pinto's going to put it on him. And even if it goes down to the floor, I don't think he submits Franco because Franco has some decent submission defense because he is a grappler himself, but I could see him gassing out and get ground and pounded as well. So this one, I'm rocking with Mario Pinto. I think he wins this fight dominantly. I say first round knockout, but my favorite bet onto this one for this fight, best bet is going to be Mario Pinto by knockout at a minus 165 if you guys want a single bet. But I don't know if I'm going to parlay minus 950 in Mario Pinto. I would think about it, but I don't know if I will, but the knockout prop is a good spot for that one. Give me Mario Pinto by knockout in that first round. Now, guys, the Crimson Chin, Montes Contradevicius taking on Antonio Tricoli. You get Contradevicius at a minus 900. Guys, this is a spot I will lay minus 900 on, honestly, because he's going to beat up Tricoli easy. Tricoli should not be in the UFC anymore. The only reason why Tricoli got into the UFC is because he was dating Mackenzie Dern. This is mine. I'm not for sure on that, but that's how I believe. I believe the only reason why he's in the UFC is because he was dating Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern told Uncle Dana, can you please get my boyfriend in the UFC? And that's the reason why he got to the UFC. Anybody that loses to Tresean Gore, should not be in the UFC because Tresean Gore should not even be in the UFC. Tresean Gore should be fighting in PFL or maybe one of those regional scenes outside. Same thing with Antonio Tricoli. Tricoli is very tall, but he has no striking defense. He has some decent grappling, but it's not high level. Montas Controversius is better everywhere. I think he can win on the striking. I think he can win the grappling. I think overall he is a better fighter. You get him at a minus 900. Obviously, Tricoli plus 575. Over 1.5 is at plus 200. Under 1.5 is at minus 275 because nobody believes this fight goes over 1.5, and I'm not one of the people that think it goes either. Like I said, I think Montas knocks him out. I think Montas knocks him out in that first round. I think he's just going to show Tricoli that he's no longer should be in the UFC, and I believe he's going to sleep him. I swear, like, Tricoli keeps his hands down too far, his chin is up in the air, and Montas Controversius is a elite striker, and he has some good takedowns as well. I've been watching this guy for a while, way before even the UFC. Back when he was in Cage Warriors, I made some money on this dude. So give me Montas Controversius. I do believe he wins this fight minus 900. Is a good parlay spot, even though I don't like I do believe Controversius is a top 15 type of fighter. I don't think Mario Pinto is that, but I do like Controversius. Controversius by knockout, guys. It's a minus 225. I'm not taking a knockout prop over minus 200, but that's probably how he's gonna win. Like I said, best bet for this one is going to be the minus 900. Just parlay that. Just parlay that with something because I'm very confident in him. I'm like 9.5. At 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, confident that he wins that fight. So I do believe Controversius just knocks him out. And I do believe he's gonna make it look very easy. He said, "Bro, what? Are we talking about the Mackenzie Dern thing? Is that what you're saying?" But I'm not lying. If that's what you're talking about, I'm not lying. The only reason why he's in the UFC is because he was dating Mackenzie Dern, and Mackenzie Dern was like, "Uncle Dana, get him in the UFC, please." And now they're not even dating anymore. So now Uncle Dana's giving him Montas to sleep him. He's gonna be out of the UFC. That's what's gonna happen. Now, next fight is going to be Louis Sutherland taking on Brando Perisic, I should say. Guys, you get Louis Sutherland at a plus 215. Perisic is a minus 260. Over 1.5 is a plus 105. Under 1.5 is a minus 135. I like Perisic in this one. Honestly, I know a lot of people are confident in Perisic in this one. And I want to say he wins the fight, but I'm not like a lot confident. I know KM in the comments, he is very confident in him this weekend. I do believe he wins. I do believe he knocks out Sutherland, but I can't lay minus 260 on him. I personally just can't because two heavyweights that are going to be throwing down. I know Perisic overall has a more technical striking. He's probably overall the better striker, but Sutherland hits like a truck as well. And Perisic, I don't know how his chin is. I've never seen him take a hard shot. So if Sutherland lands on him, maybe he puts him out. Honestly, the best spot I like in this fight is probably the under 1.5. I don't believe this fight goes 2 rounds. I think whoever wins is going to knock them out in the first round. But I'm going to be on Brando Perisic. I think he knocks out Sutherland, but I'm not laying minus 260 because I've never seen him take a hard shot before, and I don't know if he's going to be able to take the power from Sutherland. So under 1.5 is at minus 135. But if you guys want a straight prop on somebody to win this fight, is Perisic by knockout, and you can get Perisic by knockout at plus 100. You can get Sutherland by knockout at plus 340, but I personally like Perisic by knockout at plus 100. That'll be my best bet for this one, but I can't lay minus 260 because I don't know if he's gonna be able to take the shot from Sutherland. I like the under 1.5. My best bet is gonna be the under 1.5 at a minus 135 because I do not think this fight gets out of this first round. Next fight. What's the next fight? Next fight, guys, a fight that I am very excited for because I've been waiting for this guy to make his UFC debut because this guy, in my opinion, is legit. Nathaniel Wood taking on Lerone Murphy. You get Nathaniel Wood at a plus 220. You get Lerone Murphy at a minus 270. For the people that do not know, Lerone Murphy is the truth. This guy hits with power, and he is so fast. And the one thing about him is he can last 3 rounds. This guy has the cardio. He's been fighting in one of the premier regional scenes in MMA. I would say the best regional scenes in MMA. You got USA, I would say you got ACA out in Russia, you got Octagon, and you got KSW, and then you probably go to LFA, Cage Warriors after that. But Octagon is a top 2, top 3 regional scene out of there, and Lerone Murphy has been dominating guys over there. And I do believe he's going to win this fight against Nathaniel Wood. I think his speed, his power is going to be too much for Nathaniel Wood. I know Nathaniel Wood's a very good fighter. I see a lot of people saying Nathaniel Wood, dog of the night, dog of the night. I just don't believe that. I think Keita's overall the better fighter. I think this is going to be a striking game for the most part. And if Wood tries to take down Keita, good luck, because he is very powerful and he has very good takedown defense. And I just believe with they stand in the pocket, Keita's way faster and he's going to land those hard shots. And I believe he knocks out Nathaniel Wood. Going to Nathaniel Wood, I see many people saying, well, he just beat Jose Delgado. Go watch that fight. In my opinion, Delgado won that fight. I've talked to many people in the MMA scene, like other YouTubers on here. We all thought that Delgado won that fight, but hey, it was close enough to say Nathaniel Wood won. I get it. I'm not gonna say robbery. I'm not the person to say robbery unless it's like complete robbery. But I do think Nathaniel Wood loses this fight. I think Keita's gonna knock him out. Over 1.5, over 2.5 is a -150. Under 2.5 is set at a +115. If you guys want to go look at the knockout prop on for Keita. Keita by knockout's a +165. Keita by decision is a +200. He won't submit him, so that's a +1000. Nathaniel Wood won't knock out Keita, so that's a +900, +1800 by Nathaniel Wood by submission, +310 by decision Nathaniel Wood. This one, guys, my best bet for this one, a single bet on this one, is Keita on the money line as a parlay piece. I like him as a parlay piece in this spot. I believe he wins this fight. I just believe this guy is going to come into the UFC and show everybody why he is so good in this spot. I like the knockout prop. If you guys like plus money, +165. I like Keita overall. I think he comes in here, he makes it look pretty easy and probably knocks him out in that first or second round because the speed and the power, I think, is going to be too much for Nathaniel Wood. And I like Nathaniel Wood, but I just believe this spot Keita's going to win it. So give me the Keita. Best bet is him as a parlay piece. I think he wins this fight in his UFC debut. What's it called? Next fight, guys. It's going to be. Let me see. I do think Woods beat Delgado. It's arguable. It was a close fight. I just know many people that we all thought Delgado won that fight. It was very close, though. I'm not going to sit here and say robbery because it was a close fight. What was it? What's your confidence level for Keita? I would say 7 or 8. 7 or 8 confidence for Keita. I think Keita wins this fight. I would say like 7.5 confidence on him. I do believe he wins this fight, but I don't know. I would say my lock confidence usually is like 9 or 10. Good play, like very decent play, is not like 7.5, 8. It's a decent play. Anything of under 7, that's like a 1 unit, half unit type of play at all. But so let's get into the next fight. Mason Jones taking on Axel Sola. You get Mason Jones at a -147. Money is coming on Mason Jones overall. You get Axel Sola at a +127. Over 2.5 is a -220. Under 2.5 is a +165. Guys, I like Mason Jones in this spot. I think he's overall the way better fighter, and he's fought way better competition. Axel Sola, like, maybe we'll see if I'm wrong on this one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he ends up being a top 15 fighter. Maybe he ends up making a run in the UFC just like he did in Aries FC. Now, personally, I don't think Axel Sola is that good. I don't think he is UFC level at all. I do think Mason Jones is UFC level. I think I've watched Mason Jones for so long. He actually got dropped from the UFC, had to go back to Cage Warriors, get a little better, and come back to the UFC, and he has shown so much improvement. I like fighters like that. It shows that they work. Axel Sola has been fighting in Aries FC, where in Aries FC, that's one of the worst regional scenes on the whole entire map on the regional scenes at all. Like, I would say that right now, Aries FC, I will rank that lower than LFA, Fury, Cage Warriors. I don't believe that's. He was a champion over there. He was beating those guys, but go look at his track record over there. He's beating a whole bunch of taxi drivers and a whole bunch of guys that don't even do MMA full time. I think Axel Sola is a good fighter for the regional scene, but in the UFC, I just don't think he's UFC level. I actually took a bet against him in his last fight against Reese McKee. Reese McKee made that competitive, but Axel Sola ended up getting ahead of him. But Reese McKee is probably not even UFC level, to be honest. And if you ask me who's better, Reese McKee or Mason Jones, this is a giant step up in competition of Mason Jones, for Axel Sola to Mason Jones. So this one, I'm taking Mason Jones. I think Mason Jones wins the decision. I don't think he knocks out Sola. I don't think he submits Sola, but I do think he wins the fight by a decision. The over 2.5 looks like a good play. The fight to go to decision looks like a good play. What's the fight to go to decision? Let's go check that out because I don't think either one of them get finished. So let's see. Fight to go to decision is a -170. That might be That might be the best bet on that one, because if Solo wins, it'll be decision. If Jones wins, it'll be decision. I like -170 the fight to go to decision, but I like Mason Jones on the money line as well. If you take Mason Jones by decision, it's a +185. You take Solo by decision, it's a +225. All right, so like let me break this down for you. If you're a person that just likes to pick winners, just straight winners, money line on Mason Jones is the best bet for this one, -147. If you like the safe play, if you're like, okay, what's the safest play that I can put my money on? The safest play is a fight to go to decision, the -170. But if you like value and you're a value chaser, Mason Jones to win by decision is a +185. My safest play is a fight to go to decision. That'll probably be my best bet. But I do believe Mason Jones on money line is a good play, and I do think Mason Jones wins by decision. So that's how I break it down for you guys. I think Mason Jones beats Axel Solo because I don't think he's all that. A lot of people do, but I don't think he's all that. Well, let me see. What do you say? And let me see. I wonder why the odds are so close. Everyone I know has Jones. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because maybe it's because they're riding the hype of the guy that's, I don't know if he's undefeated or he has one loss, but he's beat a lot of nobodies. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie about that. Next fight, guys, Curtis Campbell taking on Danny Silva in the next one. You get Curtis Campbell at a -235. And you get Danny Silva at a +195. The over 2.5 is set at a -205. Under 2.5 is set at a +155. Guys, I really, really like Curtis Campbell in this spot. I'm a big fan of this guy. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't felt this way about a fighter probably since, let me see. Who's the most recent fighter that actually bought the hype on and they made a giant run? I don't want to say Ilya, because Ilya is better than Curtis Campbell. I'm not saying that. Or Ilya, when I saw Ilya, he was probably the, when I saw Ilya fight for the first time, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be champion. He's gonna be top best fighter in the UFC. I was like, hands down. But who's the next guy I actually thought that was good? I can't remember. It's like I rode the hype train all the way till they became champion. I'm just gonna say Ilya Taporia because that's the last guy I'll actually say that I rode the hype all the way up until he was champions. I'm having a brain fart right now. If somebody comes to mind, I'll let you know. But I really like Curtis Campbell, guys. This guy is the whole entire package. This guy has wild striking that is very nice. He has really, really good grappling. And he has the cardio the last 3 rounds. The one thing I have not seen from him, I do believe, I mean, I've seen it a couple fights, but never from this level. I wonder about his chin, and we'll notice that as we go on to his UFC career. But I do believe this is a great spot for him. He's taking on Danny Silva, where Danny Silva is not really that much of a power puncher. Danny Silva is a really decent fighter. He trains with a good camp, but I just really believe Curtis Campbell is the truth, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I think this guy, I think honestly, if I was lining this, I would have Curtis Campbell at a -300, -350, but I feel like people don't know about him yet. So you're going to get a -235 line on him. I like Curtis Campbell a lot in this spot. Like I said, he has the striking, he has the grappling, he has the cardio. The one thing we worry about is his chin, but one thing about Danny Silva doesn't hit that hard, so I think Curtis Campbell wins this fight, and honestly, I do believe he wins the fight inside the distance. I know the over 2.5 is at -205, but I do think Curtis Campbell wins the fight. I'm gonna say he wins it by submission. You get a +650 on Curtis Campbell by sub, and I like that a lot because his grappling is elite. People just do not know yet, but I do believe he wins this fight by sub. I think he's gonna get this fight to the floor. I think he's gonna strike with him. He's gonna look very good in the striking. I think he's gonna get this fight to the floor, and then he's gonna finish it by sub. I like that a lot. Like I said, my favorite play on this one is going to be his money line, -235 as a parlay piece. I like Curtis Campbell in this spot, but the value play, Curtis Campbell by submission, +650. That is an amazing line for a guy that's this good of a grappler. So, guys, give me Curtis Campbell. I like him a lot in this spot. We'll see if I add him to one of my lock plays, but I might because I really like Curtis Campbell in this spot. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's a full package. Now, guys, next fight, Roman Dolidze taking on CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan. You get Christian Leroy Duncan at a -470. You get Roman Dolidze at a +345. Over 2.5 is set at a -130. Under 2.5 is set at a +100. Guys, I think it's time for Roman Dolidze to probably pack his bags and get out of the UFC. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's that bad, but I never thought he was that good. I'm not gonna lie. I was never the guy that was on the Dolidze hype train. I never thought he was that good of a grappler. I mean, he is a good grappler, I never thought he was like the top echelon, like a lot of people were saying. But one thing about him, if he doesn't get a takedown in this fight, CLD will put it on him, and he probably might end up getting a late knockout. I think Rome Delete has a good chin, so I don't think he's gonna get put away early. But I do believe he could get put away late. You get, like I said, CLD is at a -470. Rome Delete is at a +345. I like CLD in this spot a lot. I do. I think CLD beats him. I think he wins this fight pretty easily. I think we're gonna see some Imanari rolls from Deliz. I think we're gonna see a lot of different stuff like that for him trying to get the fight to the floor. I just don't believe it's gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna be able to take down CLD either, because CLD is very strong, very good takedown defense. You can get CLD by knockout at +130, and also you can get CLD by decision at a +140. Guys, overall for this one, I just think CLD picks him apart from the outside. I think overall he wins this fight with the volume and the strikes from the outside, because he's not going to want to get on the inside with Deliz, because he's smart, and he's not going to want to give anything to Deliz to be able to get that takedown. So I think CLD, the best bet for this one is parlay him on the money line. I do like the -470, because I don't think Deliz beats him, honestly. Like, I think 9 out of 10 times, if this fight was ran 10 times in a simulation, I think 9 out of 10 Christian Leroy Duncan wins the fight, and probably like 7 of them are by decision, 2 of them are by knockout. So I do like him to win this fight. I'm gonna say he does it by decision. Best bet for this one is CLD parlayed on the money line. Also, the value play would be him by decision at a +140. Personally, I want to chase value. I don't want to just parlay him in a spot, because I do like CLD a lot in this fight. I think CLD wins the fight by decision pretty easily. Now, guys, next fight. Iwo Baruski taking on Austin Lane. You get Baruski at a -700. You get Austin Lane at a +475. And the over is set at a half a round. A half a round is set at a -240. Under half a round at +180. You guys, we get half a round props. That's how you know if someone's going to go to sleep, honestly. You, the bookies, know someone's going to go to sleep. But, guys, I'm taking Ewo in this spot. Austin Lane's coming down from heavyweight, and he's going to be fighting a light heavyweight in this spot. He looks very sucked up at weigh-ins. He did not look good at all. I saw people say, oh, he looks in great shape. No, that dude looked really sucked up compared to how he usually is. I think Austin Lane's going to be way too slow. I don't think Austin Lane's chin's all there. I think Austin Lane's going to try to take down Baruski, but I don't think he's going to be able to. I think Ewo honestly knocks him out. I think he's going to do it pretty easily. -700, though, I would not play that on a parlay at all. I think Ewo wins the fight. I think Ewo knocks out Austin Lane, but I'm not laying -700 on a guy that I haven't seen if he has their best takedown defense yet. I got to watch this fight and see if Austin Lane gets to those legs. I'm not going to say Baruski is going to get taken down. He's going to lose his fight. I think he knocks out Austin Lane. I think he knocks him out within the first minute and a half of the fight. But I'm not going to lay -700 on a guy that I haven't personally seen stop takedowns yet. So I want to double check on that before I start laying this price on Ewo. But I do think Ewo wins the fight by knockout. Ewo by knockout is a -225. Guys, I'm just going to say it right now. I got Ewo winning this fight, but I'm not laying over -200 on a knockout prop. Ewo knockout round 1 -135. That's the best bet for this one, because if Ewo wins this fight, it's going to be knockout in that first round. Like I said, I think it's over in the first minute and a half. So I pick Ewo. I think Ewo wins this fight by knockout. I'm not laying a -700 price tag on him. I'm not paying over -200 for a knockout prop. But Ewo by knockout in that first round, -135, that's the best bet for this fight. I think he does get this fight done by knockout in that first round. -135 is honestly kind of high for a round prop. I'm not putting too much stock in it. I'm not going to put a whole bunch of money on it, but I do believe he wins this fight by knockout. Give me Ewo, and I think Austin Lane's going to rethink going down to light heavyweight after this, and he might end up getting dropped from the UFC. Now, guys, next fight. MVP, Michael Venom Page taking on Sam Patterson in this fight, guys. MVP you can get at a -195. Sam Patterson you can get at a +165. Over 2.5 is +100. Under 2.5 is set at a -130. Guys, this is a spot I really like MVP too. I like MVP in this spot. I think he comes in here and wins this fight pretty easily. I'm not gonna lie. I think Sam Patterson is gonna try to get that takedown. That's the only way he wins this fight, because one thing Sam Patterson is gonna he has some decent grappling, but Michael Venom Page has shown that he moves a lot around the ring. The only person that really kind of take him down and control him in the UFC is Ian Gary. And Ian Gary is a way better fighter than Sam Patterson. Sam Patterson is not even on Ian Gary's level at all. But Michael Venom Page lost that fight by split decision. That was a close fight. Honestly, the way I see this fight going is I think Sam Patterson's going to keep his chin up way in the air like he always does. He's going to shoot some takedowns, but he's going to have to shoot from far because MVP is going to be moving around the ring. I think even MVP picks him apart from the outside, moves around the ring, and I do believe MVP wins the decision. The knockout is on the board because the MVP, you know, he has that straight right hand, like he darts in out of nowhere, out of switching stances, and he cracks you right on the chin. He possibly can put away Sam Patterson, but in my opinion, I think this fight goes all 3 rounds because I think MVP, one thing about MVP, he is a very, very, very smart fighter. He knows what he's doing. So he's not going to want to get on the inside with Sam Patterson. He's not going to want to throw anything really heavy so Sam Patterson get a hold of him and take him down. He's going to pick him apart from the outside, and I do believe he wins this fight. But MVP at a -195, I think he wins this one. That's a good price tag as a parlay piece because you're already getting to the -200 price tag. So I do like MVP in this spot at a -195. But let's go check out the decision prop. Or maybe fight to start round 2, or I mean, MVP to win and round 2 to start. Let's check those real quick. MVP by decision at a +200. That's the value play. I'll tell you that right now. That's the value play. MVP by decision +200. MVP hasn't knocked anybody out, I believe, in like 5 or 6 years. Maybe this is the first time he's going to do it, but I don't think he's going to be able to because I think he's going to be smart. So +205 MVP by decision is the value play. But if he does knock out Patterson, it'll be in that 2nd or 3rd round. So let's see what MVP to win and round 2 to start is. Let's see. Let's see if we have that. Do we have that line? I know we should have that line. The fights are tomorrow. They should have dropped everything. Let me see this. Let me see this. Maybe we don't have it. Maybe we don't have it. Damn. I don't think my bookie gave it to me. I don't know if you guys have that. MVP to win and round 2 to start is the best bet, I would say. That's probably the best bet overall. But I don't have that line at all. I have MVP to win and over 1.5 at a +100. I like that one a lot. You double your money on that spot. MVP to win and over 1.5 rounds. That'll be my best bet. But if you guys have MVP to win and round 2 to start, that's the best bet. I just don't see a line on my bookie that I have. The bookie I use doesn't have that prop for some reason. MVP in round 2, MVP by decision. Fight winner in total rounds, over 1.5. Yeah, I don't have that spot, so I'm gonna say MVP wins this fight. My best bet for the bookie I have, I'm gonna say MVP in over 1.5 rounds at a +100. But if you can get MVP to win and round 2 to start, that's the best bet for this one. Because I think MVP wins the decision. But if he does knock out Sam Patterson, it'll probably be in that 2nd or 3rd round. So give me MVP. I like him in this spot. Now, guys, co-main event. The fight I am so excited for. The fight, excuse me, guys, I had to drink some of my coffee before that shit gets cold. Co-main event, guys. Luke Riley at a -200. You get Michael Aswell Jr. at a +170. Over 2.5 is set at a -185. Under 2.5 is a +140. Guys, Michael Aswell was at +250 earlier in the week. I was like, dang, you're going to high price tag on Michael Aswell. Money has came in on Michael Aswell from a +250 to a +170. That's almost a 100 swing, guys. We're almost there. Maybe by fight time, Michael Aswell's on +150. Or maybe Michael Aswell's a +200 because all the hype comes in on fight day. But, guys, this is going to be a very good fight. Luke Riley is one of my favorite fighters coming out of Cage Warriors. If you guys know anything about my Cage Warriors breakdowns, I've always said Luke Riley deserved to be in the UFC. I was a big fan of this guy striking overall. I think coming from that, I can't remember what the training camp's called, but he trains with Paddy Pimblett and those guys out in Liverpool. He has a really good striking game, and he has this he just flows really well, and it's a little awkward, but he has a really good striking game. He has the power to put people away. Michael Aswell Jr., if you guys know anything about me and Michael Aswell, he was our first person we ever interviewed here on the Wager Zone. I've interviewed him twice now. I keep up with him. I talk to him a lot. That's my dude. I'm a very big fan of Michael Aswell. He's one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. I've liked him when he was at Fury. I've liked him when he was in his Contender Series, even though I did pick against him in the Contender Series. I hurt my feelings, but I was right about that. I did pick Bogdan I just thought it was going to be a dogfight, and I trust Bogdan to get that one done. But since then, Michael Aswell has gotten a lot of improvements. This is a hard fight for me, guys. Like I said, I have a personal relationship with Michael Aswell, as in like interviews and messaging on Instagram back and forth to see how he's doing. And I'm a big, big fan of Luke Riley. I've been watching him for a long time. Guys, my official pick, give me Michael Aswell Jr., guys. I think this fight is going to be a dog fight. I think Luke Riley's going to land some strikes. I think Michael Aswell's going to land strikes. But the one reason why I like Michael Aswell is because Michael Aswell walks forward. He's going to be pushing the pace towards Luke Riley. Michael Aswell, the one thing he does, he has a very simple boxing game. He has a little bit of weird style at times, but it's very simple. 1-2s, down the pipe, hooks on the inside. And his boxing is elite. This guy trains with Alden Korea. He goes out there, or is it Korea? He trains with him. He trains with Joshua Vance. You know his boxing is going to be elite. Luke Riley won't take him down because Luke Riley doesn't have any wrestling. He doesn't even have takedown defense that's really that good. And if Michael Aswell mixes in the takedowns, that is on the board as well. I think Aswell, yeah, I said it. Michael Aswell is probably gonna taking him down, and also I just think the striking is gonna be very even. I think Michael Aswell, from all the fights I have seen, he's taken some big shots before, and he's taken them. He has a really good chin. Luke Riley can be hurt. I've seen Luke Riley be hurt. One thing about Luke Riley, he keeps his chin up in the air just like Patty does. So I do believe this is going to be a dogfight. I don't think anybody gets knocked out, in my opinion. I think Michael Aswell wins this fight by decision. I like the over 2.5 a lot. I'm not going to lie. My best bet for this one is going to be the over 2.5 because I don't think this fight somebody gets finished. Aswell has a good chin. Riley has a decent chin. And I do believe it's going to be a dogfight. I do believe it's going to be very, very close. But give me Michael Aswell. The value play on this one will be plus 170 on Michael Aswell. I'm going to say something right now, guys. It was so weird. Last night, or was it the night before? I think it was last night. Maybe last night or the night before. I went to sleep, sitting there, sweet dreams, knocked out. I rarely have. I don't know if I've ever had a dream about a fight ever in my life. Like a fight that was coming up, maybe a past fight or something like that I've had a dream of. But I had in my dream, for some reason, Luke Riley and Michael Aswell was fighting. I'm sitting in their living room watching the fight. Michael Aswell was walking down Luke Riley. Luke Riley's throwing strikes back at him. Michael Aswell has him up against the fence, as in like they're trading blows on the fence. And Michael Aswell goes a quick boop, boop, 1-2 down the pipe and folds Riley. I'm talking about Riley's up against the fence like this, like just dodging. Aswell just a quick 1-2 down the pipe, drops him. Like what's it called? Riley just folds, and you get a ground and pound finish for Michael Aswell. Maybe it comes true. Maybe it doesn't. But it was just so weird that I had a dream about a fight that was coming up. That's never happened to me before. But I got Michael Aswell. I don't think he knocks out Luke Riley, but I do believe he wins the fight by decision. So give me that plus 170 on Michael Aswell. I like that spot a lot. He is our underdog of the night. It was supposed to be Melissa Mullins, but this fight's not here. But our underdog of the night is Michael Aswell, plus 170. Give me Michael Aswell. Favorite bet on that one, that was over 2.5, because I don't think either one of them get finished. Now, guys, main event time. Movsar Evloev taking on Lerone Murphy. You get Movsar Evloev at a minus 235. You get Lerone Murphy at a plus 195. Over 4.5 is a minus 325. So nobody else is going to. No, I mean, this seems like the bookies don't think anybody else is going to get a finish. Under 2.5 is a plus 230. Guys, this one is going to come down to Movsar Evloev to get a takedowns, and Lerone Murphy can stop him. Because if Lerone Murphy can stop Movsar's takedowns, he's probably going to end up winning the fight on the feet. But that's just the big question. Can he stop Movsar Evloev's takedown? But personally, I just don't think so. I think Movsar is going to beat him up on the feet. Beat him up on the floor. I think he's going to take him down. I think he's going to out-grapple Lerone Murphy. I think Lerone Murphy doesn't have the best takedown defense. The one thing he does have is that he has some good get up game, but when he gets taken down, and he's never fought someone that's going to be able to control him like Movsar is. And Aaron Pico was doing very well until we got hit with the spinning back elbow. But Aaron Pico, I wanted him to wrestle more. That's what I wanted from Aaron Pico. But Aaron Pico was landing some shots on Lerone Murphy. He was walking forward, and Aaron Pico is a very good fighter. He was landing some shots, and then got too comfortable, got hit with the spinning back elbow. I was so hurt. I'm an Aaron Pico fan, but like I said, Lerone Murphy doesn't have the best takedown defense, but the one thing he does have is he has a good get-up game, but he's never fought a guy that can control like Movsar Evloev. I think Evloev wins the first 3 rounds, and then when we get to the 4th and 5th round, we'll see how his cardio holds up, because that's where it's going to get a little bit greasy. I'm not going to lie, guys. After Movsar wins those first 3 rounds, you might want to live bet. You might want to live bet Lerone Murphy. I'm not gonna lie, just to get some price tag, because I think Movsar wins those first 3 rounds, but then now 4 and 5, we'll see how it goes. But I'm on Movsar Evloev. I don't think he finishes Lerone Murphy. I think he wins the fight by decision. Over 4.5 is at -325. So everyone thinks this fight goes to decision. I don't think Lerone Murphy can finish Movsar at all. I think it's gonna come down to who wins the fight by decision. So give me Movsar Evloev at a -235. My best bet for this one is going to be Movsar Evloev by decision at a -115. I like that play a lot. That'll probably be one of my official plays, because I always have an official play on the main event. So that's going to be one of my official plays. Probably a 1-unit spot, because I'm not too confident. But I do believe he wins this fight. Give me Movsar Evloev. I think he wins the fight by decision. Just takedowns, 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 control. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. Break down the whole entire card one more time. I'm gonna go through the whole entire card and give you guys my best bet. Just a quick pick. Chanel Dyer, official pick for the first fight of the night. Chanel Dyer on the money lines, a parlay piece, my best spot. Shamrock on the money lines, my best spot for the next ones. I think Shamrock wins that fight. Guys, I do think Mario Pinto wins, but I'm not taking the -950 price tag. If I'm going to bet Mario Pinto, I'm going to bet him on the knockout prop. That's my best bet for that one. I think Mario Pinto wins by knockout. Montas Controversius, guys, this guy is a -900 favorite, and I do believe he deserves it. I think he knocks this dude out. I think he wins this pretty easily. Guys, I got Brando Perisic, but I'm not touching the -260. If I'm going to bet this fight, it's going to be Perisic by knockout. That's the only way I would touch this. I would not bet anything on a money line on Perisic, because I do believe both these guys have knockout power. I think Perisic is a good fighter. The only reason why I'm saying this is because I've never seen Perisic take a big punch. If you ask me who's a better technical striker, it's Perisic. If you ask me who has better cardio, it's Perisic. If you ask me if this fight goes to the floor, who wins, it's Perisic. But if you're telling me, have I ever seen Brando take a punch? I have never seen it myself. Maybe you guys have, but I have never seen him take a punch. And I think Sutherland is probably going to get knocked out. So give me Perisic by knockout as my favorite prop on that one. Next fight, guys, give me Lerone Murphy. I think he wins this fight. Best bet for that one is going to be him on the money line. I think he dominates that fight. I just think Keita is legit, and I think he knocks out Nathaniel Wood. Next fight, I'm taking Mason Jones. I think Mason Jones wins this fight by decision. I think he wins this fight easily. My best bet for this one is going to be the fight to go to decision at -170. If you guys want plus money, you get Mason Jones plus money by decision. I like Mason Jones to win this fight. Next fight, I am on Curtis Campbell, guys. I think Curtis Campbell wins this fight easily. When I say easily, I mean easily. I'm really high on Curtis Campbell. Maybe he makes me look stupid this weekend, but from what I've seen on tape, this guy is legit. Give me Curtis Campbell. I think he wins this fight. I think he wins it by submission. You get a +900, +600 on that. I don't know why it's so high. I think he's going to grapple Danny Silva. He's going to take him down. He's going to submit him. We'll see if I'm right on that. If I'm wrong on this, let me be wrong. I'll be wrong. I'll come on here and be like, okay, I was wrong about this guy being legit. But I do believe he's legit. Next fight, I got CLD, guys. I think Christian Leroy Duncan wins this fight by decision. I think he honestly dominates it. I don't see how what's it called, Roman Dolidze could win this fight, honestly, unless this fight goes to the floor, but I just don't believe so. I got Iwo Baranowski. I think he wins this fight by knockout. My best bet for this one is going to be Iwo Baranowski. Iwo Baranowski to win the fight by, let me see. I'm removing your comment. Every time I'm deleting your comment. You know, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you saying that. Every time you comment that, I'm just gonna delete it. But I'm taking Iwo Baranowski. I think he wins this fight by knockout. I want to take the knockout profits at -200. I would say Baranowski by first round knockout is the best bet for that one. Give me MVP, guys. I think MVP wins this fight. I think he dominates it from the outside, picks him apart, wins the fight by decision. Dog of the night, guys. Give me Michael Aswell. He's my underdog of the night. I think Michael Aswell wins the fight by decision against Luke Riley. Favorite bet for that one is going to be the over 2.5. I think this fight goes to decision. I don't think either one of them get knocked out, but I like Michael Aswell in this one as my underdog of the night. It was supposed to be Melissa Mullins, but Melissa Mullins did not fight, so give Michael Aswell. And for the main event, give me Movsar Evloev. I think this fight goes to decision, and I think he wins this one by decision. Best bet is Movsar Evloev by decision. And all right, guys, I know I can always give you guys a free lock of the day play. So let me give you guys the free lock of the day play for tomorrow. Free 3-unit play I got for you guys. It's going to be a 3-leg parlay. We are going with Chanel Dyer on the money line, Montas Contreras on the money line, and Christian Leroy Duncan on the money line. 3-leg parlay, minus 167. That's one of my 3-unit plays for tomorrow. I think this one wins, and I think he honestly dominates this fight. I think all 3 of them dominate their fights. I don't see how the other guys win, but I do believe he wins this fight pretty easily. So yeah, give me Chanel Dyer, give me Montas Contreras and CLD as one of my official 3-unit plays for you guys on here. And all right, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Like I said in the beginning, click that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the page, turn those notifications on. Do not miss out on any of the content I have coming out for you guys. Also, if you guys want access to my official plays, but I'm gonna be on myself, where we're up on about 20 units, 18 to 20 units on UFC overall. Go click that link down in the description. Become a member of the Buy Me Coffee page. You get access to all of my official plays going forward for UFC or any other sport you want. And all right, guys, before I get out of here, I'm just gonna say this. After this, I'm gonna go post my UFC video where all my quick picks are gonna be on there. If you guys want an actual video of my quick picks throughout the whole thing, go check out that video. Also, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys subscribe. And one last thing is, I always do a live watch along every week. This fight starts at 10 a.m. I don't get off of work. This fight starts at actually 10:45 a.m. Pacific time. This fight card starts. I won't be off of work until 2 p.m. So I will hop on here. I'll probably make it back. Let me see, what time is that? What time? I'll probably make it back here for the Curtis Campbell fight. The Curtis Campbell fight, I'll probably be back here, and I'll do my live watch along for the Curtis Campbell fight. If I miss that one, I will be here for Roman Dolidze. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be on live watch along for 6 fights with you guys. So yeah, guys, tune in tomorrow for live watch along. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Till next time, let's stay winning.